I've introduced you to the leather-patched 501XX model. I think I've said they emerged in the year 1954. This model came after that. I'd like to introduce models from when they changed to paper patches. This one is right in between. This is a leather-patched 501XX model. As you can probably tell, there's a difference in the middle belt loop at the back. The one I mentioned last time was set in the middle, and as you can see, this one is shifted to the side. This is commonly called an offset. There are many unknowns as to why they shifted it. However, I believe it was because it was more efficient to sew it on this part with a sewing machine, rather than sewing it here, where the fabric tends to be a lot thicker. This is a sign that mass production had really picked up around this era. And that's one of the key points. I often receive this question from our customers. It's about this paper patch and the leather patch that came before it. In many cases, the jeans will be missing these patches. And if we notice the patch is missing, how do we distinguish them? Is it a paper patch or is it a leather patch? The belt loop is slightly shifted to the side, and another effective way to distinguish the production age is to look from the top button to the bottom button. And look at the letters inside the small button. Levi Strauss & Co. There's also a star. It's a little small, but there's a difference in the R of Levi Strauss. We look at the vertical line on the letter R because the paper patch ones tend to have longer lines. We in the business call this the long-legged R. I have no concrete proof to assure you that they switched to paper patches as soon as they switched to long-legged Rs, but I think this can roughly tell the difference. Oh, this is a leather patch. Or, this must be a paper patch because it has a long-legged R. I think this is a good way to differentiate them. Thank you all so much for subscribing to our channel. I received some questions from you all, and I would like to answer them. Should I hem my pants or not? If so, what should be the criteria for the length? There's actually a certain estimate, but generally, the length should be around 2 to 3 inches shorter than the size that you can see written on the dead stock. If you're planning to wear your jeans for your entire life, I think it's a good idea to hem them. Hem them from the dead stock size. If the color is really dark, like a one-wash denim, yeah, I believe it's okay to do so and make your own. As for length, the heels should be right above the floor when you're standing straight and barefoot on the ground. That's how it should be in the case of a XX model. It should be around 1 centimeter above floor level. This is after rinsing it once and making it used. I think this will slightly hide your shoes and make a great silhouette. I've recently become interested in vintage jeans. Do the prices vary from very expensive to very cheap? It may depend on the condition, but I'm curious on how cheap they can be. Now, dead stock jeans are the most pricey. I've been talking about the 501XX model, but as they shift to the 60s and the 70s, the prices will gradually become cheaper. At our shop, the lowest prices we have are around 25,800 yen or around 29,800 yen. In the case of light-colored jeans with slight damages, we offer them at a price of around 10,000, 15,800, or 19,800 yen. However, if you intend on buying nicer ones, the approximate cost is around 30,000 to 50,000 yen. I'd like to hear your opinions on replicas as a professional. Well, you see, I've been in this industry a very long time, so I'd say vintage denims are the best. However, nowadays we have replicated jeans. Here in Japan, the word okaima is the most well known. Those technicians here in Japan are, I often hear people say they want to recreate the vintage 501s. I think their passion for making the denim material is something that can't be underestimated. I'm sure those jeans are appreciated by the many workers and designers of the top brands overseas and in the whole world. Overall, I think their products are amazing. And while I make videos to mainly spread the great aspects of vintage jeans, I am genuinely amazed by their hard work and their Japanese-like passion towards research. I'm really interested in their work and would love to see their workplace. The final question is, I want to see Mr. Fujihara starch denim. I have heard from the manufacturers that they starch their jeans right before delivering them as new products. We also have some dead stocks here, and they've been starched. Obviously, they'll come off once you wash them, so we starch them ourselves, in a sense of restarching them. As you can see displayed in the back, the key point of denim is the loss of color. You got the whiskers right here and the beehives down here. It's a necessary process to keep wearing your jeans while their fabric is hard. This way, you can make your lines on your own. It's important to make the wrinkles stay in place. That is why we starch the fabric. I do this on the back, but not in the front. It will look too glossy if you do so. Then I turn inside out and I soak wash. We have these at our stores too. They're called Beyond X. It's a special detergent that doesn't fade the color of your jeans. We use this to wash the denims, and then, after letting it dry completely, we thoroughly starch the fabric. Actually, we offer this service at our shop at a price of 3,800 yen plus tax. It doesn't matter whether it's a vintage or a replica. If it's too much of a burden for you to do it on your own, I can teach you how to do it at our shop. If it's too time-consuming or you're scared to do it on your own, you can leave it with us and we'll have it finished in about a week or so. Yeah, we offer that as well. I answered your questions as best I could today. Now I just want to say thank you so much. This is a denim jacket, which is popular at our shop. A first, second, third in terms of Levi's. This is a second model of Levi's. I'd like to get rid of the dust stains from this dead stock.